The playbook was written in ink, or so they said. But the field changed the moment that we moved ahead. Circumstances shift, the shadows start to grow. In the script we memorize, it's time to let it go. I see the blitz coming, I see the pressure mount. But it's not how you start, it's the finish that will count. I'm the quarterback standing in the eye of the storm. Shattering the silence, breaking every norm. Call the audible, change the line. We're stepping out of formation and into the design. From the wreckage of the plans we made, we found a light that will never fade. When the world goes dark and the silence lies, look to your brother, look in his eyes. We are the storm that clears the skies. Say it with your chest, together we rise. Together we rise, together we rise. Yeah, yeah. Together we rise. Yeah. Welcome to the sanctuary, the unscripted truth, where we peel back the layers and we rebuild the roof. No plutonium files needed to crack the code. Just honest conversation on this heavy road. Zero topics off the table, let the record show. This is the realest frequency that you will ever know. I'm scared too, yeah, I'll admit the fear, but courage only matters when the danger is near. So tune in, lock in, let the hours pass. We're building something solid that is built to last. It's 6 p.m. The sun is going down, but we are the kings of this unspoken town. They want us divided, they want us apart, but they underestimated the strength of this heart. We don't need a teleprompter to tell us who to be. We just need this moment.
What is up, everybody? How you doing? It's your boy, the Birdman from the Birdman Show. I got Miss D joining me. I've got Deathlight joining me. You guys already know what to do, so why don't you go ahead and do it with us? That is right. Woo! Hey, it's a good day. You know why it's a good day? Yeah, I'm still breathing. That's why it's a good day. So I'll take it above everything else. But yes, I've got two lovely ladies joining me. Miss D and Deathlight. Deathlight, you're the veteran on the Birdman Show. How are you doing?
Just another crazy week.
Yeah. So we're only halfway there. That's the beautiful thing about it. Miss D, how are you holding up, ma'am?
Holding up, getting ready for another snowstorm coming in tomorrow night, but outside of that, we're doing all right.
God, you gotta love that weather up there. Just gotta love it. Keep it there though for me, would you? Thank you. Anyways,
I want to share.
No.
And I'm sitting here dying. It's almost 80 degrees out right now.
I will send some, although it was 50 today, so it was nice today. It's supposed to be in the 60s next week, so I'll be happy with that.
It was 70 today, so I'm cool. I'm cool with 70. I'm cool with 70 year round if I could have it. Beautiful, nice in the middle mix for me. So I'm good with that. Yeah, ladies, we've got a show to do here. I'm trying to see what's going on here with because we are broadcasting, of course, on Rumble. Oh, there we go. We're broadcasting live on Rumble. I'm checking that out. We also are on YouTube, but we are Deathlight now on Kick. So we're broadcasting on that. I'm checking that feed out. It looks pretty good for the most part. Rumble's looking pretty good. So yeah, it's awesome. I'm enjoying it. We've already been picking up some people over there. So I'm excited about that, this new adventure. Since we're not on TikTok right now, or I don't know what's going on with that, but it is what it is. Anyways, our show tonight, we are going to be talking about Lake Lanier, the Lake Lanier. Okay, I'll be honest with you. I don't know why I did that. I don't know. I gotta stop doing that. I don't know what's going on with the fucking voices and shit. The voices are usually inward. They're starting to come outward. Okay, that's the problem. We have to work on that. Anyways, we're gonna be talking about this one. And the actual title of this, I guess I didn't put it in there, but whatever. But the actual title of this is actually The Dark Secret of Lake Lanier. Now, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I didn't know anything about this. Like, I think I may have heard mentions of it before in different things, but never really got a full picture of this story. This is one that was brought to us by Deathlight. So this one's interesting to me, and what I was able to pick up on with the research I've done. This is a crazy place. Just the history behind this is just really really interesting. Before I go to Deathlight, I'm going to ask Miss D first. Have you ever heard of Lake Lanier?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Lake Lanier, because I've been part of the paranormal community for quite some time. That name has come up often. And with that, I've done a little bit of research prior to it being a topic that we were discussing. So I did know a little bit, but coming into tonight's, I've done even more research. So like I didn't know the history about Oscarville, for example. I knew that there was a town. I just didn't know the story behind it.
Oh wow. That's yeah, wow, yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Deathlight. This was like I said, your topic you brought to us. Other than it being weird and strange and creepy and all that stuff, which is right in your wheelhouse. What other things drew you to this story, or is it just your wheelhouse that drew you to it?
It came up on one of the paranormal shows that I watched back in the day.
Okay.
And of course, that led me to want to know more. So I,
of course,
did some research.
Okay, so since this is your topic, why don't you lead us in and tell us a little bit more about Lake Lanier?
So,
I am
Lake,
right?
huh?
I am saying that right.
Yeah.
Okay, I do this. You never know. I got so many freaking hate messages. Not even hate messages for the Appalachian Mountains. We're not pronouncing that right. So I just want to make sure. I don't want anybody else coming after me. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
So in present day, Lake Lanier is a lake. It's a flooded town. But to know, like, to really understand why it's so extra creepy, you have to understand its past and its history and how it actually started. It was actually a town that was the majority for Black people. And there was a lot of strife and problems and everything that happened to the people that lived there when it was, in its prime before it was flooded. It was formed in the 1800s. It was an agricultural community. I think they had a lot of cotton fields and everything like that. And it was very rich. Like they had plenty of fields, they had hunting, they had, it could be a very prosperous area for these people. Then in 1912, they started getting I don't want to say started, but it became more prevalent, the race issues.
Oh, yeah.
So in 1912, several white farmers in the area were under economic stress, and they blamed the Black landowners. In the months prior to the events at Oscarville, a dispute between a Black boy and a white girl at a peach orchard in nearby Plainville had turned into an attempted lynching of several Black men. In most of these cases, unfortunately, they were unfounded. It was hearsay. It was just crap. It was lies. So when that happened, Black residents of Plainville resisted, and the situation escalated into a shootout, which resulted in the death of the white sheriff in Plainville. And of course, since this is back in the early 1900s, not all accounts are 100% accurate because I'm pretty sure that a lot of the actual true factual things were burned or buried or shredded or whatever. Um, but there's no available arrest records for the events that involved in that conflict, including the beating of Grant Smith, the lynching of Rob Edwards, or any of the following Night Rider attacks.
Night Rider.
There was a bunch of white dudes that got on horses. They called themselves the Night Riders.
Oh, I thought you were talking about David Hasselhoff. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Definitely not that cool.
Oh,
No.
okay. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. All right, that makes more sense.
So, towards the end of September of 1912, a 22-year-old white woman made allegations that 2 black men had attempted to rape her. She claimed that she woke in her bed to find a black man, but they were scared off by the arrival of her mother. 5 different men were arrested in connection with the case, and then news of the alleged attack kind of like spread because you know that how that goes. It was a warning to the black community and a hey, let's go get him to the white community, basically. And that it basically started a whole lot of unrest, and it kind of just went downhill from there.
Yeah, I was laughing at Shiloh's comment. And it just when he said that, it reminded me of that scene from Django Unchained. Who made these? Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Saddles, so I get it.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's gonna probably be a couple times I am gonna probably make some jokes just because always talking about topics like this.
It's heavy.
Are a little, it's heavy and it's a little uneasy because unfortunately it means it may not be this bad, at least where I'm at, but there's still hints of it quite and there's some places down south. You get some places down south or farther east, west, you know what I'm saying? It's not so bad north, but farther east and west, but down south, there's still some places that you better not show up after dark in that area, or they'll remind you what it was like back in those days. So yeah, so I do apologize. I will say that now, but here we go. Go ahead.
So there was a local black preacher, Grant Smith, who made an appeal to the sheriff that the 5 black men who were detained should be released, claiming that there wasn't enough evidence to charge all 5 of them, which he wasn't wrong. And upon Smith also claimed that the victim may have been in a consensual relationship with one of the suspects, and upon being caught, reported a crime. Because you can't mix, especially in Georgia, Alabama, the South.
No. Wait a minute. So you said there was 5 of them that were. She said there was 5 of them, right?
No, she made an allegation that 2 black men attempted to rape her, but 5 were detained. I don't know where the fuck the other 3 came from.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that the fact that she said that they were scared off because their mother came in. Like, really?
Right. If there was 5 of them, Mama would have just been thrown in the pile. Because 2 women, 5 dudes.
And nowadays you gotta pay for a subscription to get that. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
So the preacher, basically everybody got pissed at him for saying this. So he was surrounded by a mob and he was beaten and horsewhipped.
Dang, the preacher?
Yes. And he did sustain life-threatening injuries, but he did survive.
Dang.
Yeah. So on the morning of the 13th of September of the same year, so the first little incident was September the 5th. This is the 13th. Okay, so we're not talking a big, huge span of time. Temperature is still hot and pissed off in this area. A white woman named May Crow was found unresponsive in the woods outside of Oscarville. Crow, who was either 18 or 19 years old, was a resident of the nearby community of Big Creek and had been raped and bludgeoned in the head with a rock, fracturing her skull. She was severely battered and half undressed when her body was found hidden under a pile of leaves. Although Crow was alive at the time of her discovery, she was unconscious and hardly breathing. She remained in a coma for 2 weeks before dying from her injuries. It is widely believed that none of the individuals arrested for her attack were actually involved. So again, no evidence.
I mean, that was the thing back then.
At
I
the
mean, it still
time,
kinda is
common
now.
response to violent attacks against white women was to search nearby Black communities for the alleged perpetrator. Um,
Dang.
it was alleged that searchers at the scene where May Crow's body was found had reported the discovery of a small pocket mirror, and it was alleged that the pocket mirror belonged to Ernest Knox, a 16-year-old Black resident of nearby Cummings. Knox was arrested at his house and subject to a mock lynching, and a confession was coerced out of him.
They said a 16-year-old walking around with a pocket mirror.
They said it was his pocket mirror, and that's why they said he was guilty.
So he's just chilling with a pocket mirror, just walking around, picking his afro, picking some cotton. No, afro, cotton. Anyway, I can say it. So
okay,
I'm gonna help you guys get past some of this stuff. So we're gonna be good. So wait a minute. So they're saying so a 16-year-old, and I'm sorry, how old did you say the lady was again?
they think she was 18 or 19.
Okay, so 18, 19. I mean, okay. Wow. Okay. Okay.
So the 16-year-old was arrested, and following his arrest and his mock lynching, I don't know how you could have a mock lynching. It's either
Well, they mapped it out. You know, they walked through it. They told them, "Hey, this is where you're going to stand, and then this is where the tree we're going to use." And I guess I don't freaking know. I don't know. That is such weird wording.
It is. So following the 16-year-old's arrest, 4 other Black residents were also arrested as accomplices to this crime. The alleged accomplices were Knox's cousin, who was 18, his cousin's sister at 22, and her husband at 24, and another resident not related to the rest of them.
I was gonna say, you know, what drew him to that conclusion, but you know, back then the how they did it, and I think Shiloh set it up here. At that time, that's what their math was, the white man math. Hey, they're close proximity. We would never do this to our own, so it had to have been somebody else. That is insane. So they blamed the 16-year-old, his sister, and her husband, and then some other person that was not even related.
And
to
the
him.
cousin.
And the cousin.
Yeah. There was 5 arrests total for this one crime.
Wow.
At the trial, they were found, the 18-year-old and the 16-year-old were found guilty of the rape and murder of May Crow. And Jane, the only female, was acquitted, which is honestly, it's surprising. I'm surprised they didn't find a reason to. And there was a mob during the trial, of course. There was about 2,000 people, and they were demanding a public execution, death by hanging. But at the time, that was illegal. So the night before the executions, arsonists burned down the blind that was going to hide the hanging area, but they didn't touch the gallows. So basically, they wanted it to be a public spectacle. 8,000 spectators showed up to watch the hangings.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Good God Almighty. Okay, hold up. Wait a minute. So How much? Okay, how much more of this part of this story do you have left?
The Night Riders.
The Night Riders. Okay, I'm gonna stop you there, Miss D.
Mhm.
What do you have to what do you have to add to what she has told us so far?
So the while they were actually awaiting going to trial, it was Rob Edwards was the Night Riders, prior to the actual hanging itself, the Night Riders came in, they broke into the jail, pulled Rob Edwards out of his cell, beat him, and then lynched him before it even went to trial to the state. Because they had to transport them to, I think it was like 20 miles away, for the actual trial. So yeah, they had already lynched him before trial started.
Wow.
Yeah. And then also before this too, and not to throw off the timeline, because this is also just an important piece, was the county that Lake Lanier is in, Forsyth. Back in the 1800s, Forsyth was the site to a Cherokee sacred site where they also had their own burial grounds, over by Oscarville. And Oscarville and Forsyth County is the most southern eastern point of the Trail of Tears for the Cherokee people. So, I mean, there's a lot of history that goes into this one area alone.
Yeah, that sounds like also a lot of freaking hauntings are gonna happen in that area too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Okay. Thank you, Shiloh. Shiloh knocking it out of the park once again with the info there. That is awesome. Hold up, we got one more. Following lynchings, groups of white vigilantes known as Night Riders.
Now he's skipping ahead.
God dang it. Dang it, Shiloh. I love what you're doing. Don't overcheat though. Don't overcheat. Anyways, but keep it coming. Keep it coming. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Please, Death White, continue.
So basically, the whole point of the Night Riders were it was a bunch of white dudes on horses trying to get the blacks to leave. That was that was their main objective, is to get them out. Either by running them out or by, I don't think they cared if they lived or died.
No. Now I'll go ahead and put that up there now.
There was a bunch of different like rumors and misconceptions and lies and all this stuff that was going on. The white locals believed that a black insurrection was causing a spree of rapes. And Oscarville, firebombs were thrown into the local church, which is a community hub. Many of the Night Riders involved arson. This lasted for a while. This was not like a couple weeks thing. This was months.
Actually, 2 years.
Yeah.
Wait. So the act of what was going on for 2 years.
They were basically racially cleansing the town.
Oh! I was thinking of the raping, the assaults. I thought that was going on.
Oh, that was like 3 weeks and done.
Okay, so the cleansing of the town was 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jesus, I was about to say what the. Okay.
So anyways. in 1912, in Forsyth County, there was only about 10% of the population that was black.
Mm-hmm.
Just 10%. That's not a lot.
No.
Because of the danger and instability caused by the Night Riders, that is such a cool name for such a disgusting group of human beings, and it makes me mad.
I always just think about David Hasselhoff and Kit.
Within a few years, 98% of the Black residents of Oscarville had either left or had been killed. And the ones that eventually tried to leave, they sold their land for like little of nothing just so they could get away with their lives, basically.
That's sad. That's sad. And I don't know if it was you, Deathlight, or who it was, and I don't remember I don't remember what setting it was. We talked about this. But I think there was another Black town that was in the South that not, and I say similar, they didn't get flooded out, but they got ran out of the area because they were a thriving oh Lord Jesus.
It's
Why
the
are
tiny
you-
terrorist.
What? Why is your shoes in here? Why do you have your shoes off? I'm sorry. Ladies, go ahead and continue. I'm gonna deal with this. Okay, baby, hold on. Hold on. Okay, baby, hold on.
Oh, she's so cute.
Oh, bless it.
Yeah, I love my grandchildren. Love them, love them, love them. Love them even more when they go home.
I have a teenager right now, so I
Yeah.
miss the cute.
I have one more teenager still at home. She's gonna be 15 soon. Um, she out of 5, you know, eventually we were gonna have the perfect one.
Yep.
No, my kids are pretty good. I can't really say that all of my kids are pretty good, but my youngest, Raven, every once in a while you'll see her pop up in some of our lives. She brilliant, absolutely brilliant. ADHD and autistic, 100%, but absolutely brilliant. And
That's how mine is, yeah.
yeah, she keeps me on my toes, that's for sure. With your research and doing this, I actually started watching a couple documentaries today on it. I watched Lanier, which goes through the whole Oscarville and up through the 90s. And then I watched the Haunting of Lake Lanier, another documentary. And to be honest with you, when I started like hearing about Lake Lanier a couple years ago, I thought there was way more paranormal activity, but with the research that I was doing even today, I didn't find that many stories.
There's one primary one.
The Lady of the
The
Lake.
Lady of the Lake. Yep.
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 Yeah, that seems to be the biggest one.
As far as like visually seeing something,
yeah,
that's the most common. The rest of it is kind of like shrouded in myth and shadows and everything like that.
I think it's more of people want it to be because of what happened in Oscarville and the Cherokee Nation and all of that.
I mean, it's always a recipe for disaster when you have a sacred Indian ground. And then even more bad shit happens.
Yeah.
And it just kind of
it's sacred
going
ground.
downhill.
Well, I mean, it's sacred ground anyway, because, these were thriving communities that the town people just came in and said, nope, we want it. Bye. And when you're talking of if you have never been to a Southern like Bible Belt church revival, I mean, the way that these people will do, like, even their burials, their cemeteries, that is sacred ground. On top of the our on top of the Cherokee burial grounds, there were over 20 cemeteries that were submerged.
Mm-hmm.
That
Wow.
almost sickening.
Yeah. Thank y'all for bearing with me on that. I put a little daddy duties there. Sometimes she just gets in those modes. She's in that mode. She doesn't want to have to do anything to do with anybody. I don't know why she wants to deal with me, but that's scary. Anyways, but yeah, you guys, ladies, are having a great conversation there. Got to say what's up to Chris over here, Hellboy, joining us. Good to see you there, brother. Definitely seen you. I don't know what that comment was for, but
It's because I said I love my grandchildren, but I love them more when they go home.
Oh, okay. All right. That's what that's for. All right.
And so yeah, he loves them too, but he loves it more when I have them. Carrie, if you don't know, Hellboy is my son-in-law.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Bambi's husband. So yeah, yeah, and then Shiloh, thank you for once again supplying us with even more knowledge. I really appreciate that. Like I said, Shiloh he's a freaking goat when it comes to running the comments and giving us information. 100%. I thank you, sir. I bow to you, sir. Thank you. All right. Okay. So where are you ladies at right now?
Did you have anything else? I was going to start going to the building of the dam.
Okay.
Nope. Go for it.
How about this? How about we take a quick commercial break since we're at the 30-minute mark? Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll come back. Then I'll let you jump in on the building of the dam because this is where it's really about to really get into the nuts and bolts.
Hey,
nuts and bolts.
Spoiler alert, more people die.
What? What? You just don't say. Okay, awesome. All right. Well, we'll be right. We'll be right back after these messages from 143 Infinite Designs. This commercial break is brought to you by 143 Infinite Designs. At 143 Infinite Designs, they believe that fashion is a powerful way to celebrate love, creativity, and connection. It is their mission to bring people together through custom, stylish, and meaningful t-shirt designs that enable everyone to express their unique stories, passions, and personalities. At 143 Infinite Designs, they also aim to make every piece a reflection of kindness, unity, and infinite imaginations, spreading positivity one shirt at a time. So if you'd like more information, please reach out by calling 620-454-6588 or by email 143infinitedesigns@gmail.com. What is up, everybody? How you doing? It's your boy, the Birdman from the Birdman Show. I got Miss D. I got Deathlight joining me. You guys already know what to do, so why don't you go ahead and do it with us? That is right. We are back here on this Birdman Show. Just talking craziness. It's what it boils down to. We were talking about Lake Lanier. If you don't know about it, people, this is a great place. This is a great starting place for you to learn about it. But I definitely suggest you really look up on it, especially if you're one of those ones that like history, and just the craziness that they try to hide from the rest of us. And you have to really go look for it. That being said, like I said, I got two lovely ladies joining me. I got Miss D and I got Deathlight joining me. Deathlight, how are you holding up?
Doing all right.
Yeah, all right, good. It's good. It's good. Glad you're doing all right. All right, it's better. It's good. That's once again one of the damn voices. Anyways, Miss D, stay down, Miss D. How are you? How are you doing?
I am dandy.
Dandy. I had a voice for that one. I haven't heard from him in a while. Anyways, ladies, let's get back into it. Okay, so definitely, as you were alluding to before we took the break, you were going to start walking us through the building of the dam.
Yeah, so I'm not going to go into like super there's a whole bunch of crap out there if you're interested in how dams are built in the 50s, but I'm not going there because my brain starts blinking out when I try to read it to myself.
Okay. Well, thank you.
So Congress authorized the construction of the dam in 1946, and in 1949, the federal government gave the state of Georgia equivalent to $10,036,000 in today's standard to go towards the building of the dam and the powerhouse. Basically, they bought the land where the homes, churches, graveyards, and everything that was there
Mhm.
to flood it, basically. Many residents in the area fought the buying of their homes, and they were unsuccessful in the civil lawsuits. So basically, it was sell,
Mhm.
period, end of story. And from what I can tell, depending on which website you look at, there was at least one death during the building of the dam. Some say there were none, some say there were 5. So it's one of those things that depends on what you want to believe.
Mhm.
But there was one guy, according to Wikipedia, Johnny Callahan died during a rock slide when cutting an in-lake tunnel into the face of the rock wall.
Chattahoochee River.
Yeah, and a lot of the town that we were just talking about was just flooded. They didn't like burn it down, they didn't knock the buildings down, they just flooded it. And it took well over a year for it to be completely flooded because there was a massive drought in between completion and starting to fill it, and it was finally where it needs to be.
Wow. That's wow.
Mhm.
Miss D, you want to add anything to that before we move on?
So Lake Lanier is also known as one of it is Georgia's most deadliest lake, but it's known on some list somewhere as one of the most deadliest lakes or dangerous lakes in the US because of the fact that there was no demolition done. So you have roadways, there's a racetrack stadium that was submerged, homes, foundations, cemeteries, and also due to the way that they built the dam and the bridges for it, submerged vehicles. You have maybe on a good day 5 feet of visibility if you dive that lake. That's it.
Good
And
God Almighty.
yeah, mainly because they did not do proper demolition.
It's probably getting haunted when they were building it. We need to
There's
hurry the
that.
fuck up so we can get out of here.
Mhm.
Wow.
I mean,
That's
it was the Army Corps of Engineers. And
Mhm.
yeah. Because they started. Yeah. Wow. They built Bedford Dam to create the lake. They flooded the valley, which included physical remnants of these communities. That's just crazy to me. Wow, that's just freaking crazy to me. Yep, and there it is right there. There. Wow. Jesus. God bless America. I say that loosely. Yeah, go ahead, continue. I just speechless. Speechless.
So the first big death that the lake claimed was 2 women. They were driving along the I guess the bridge that goes across the top, and they wrecked, and their car went into the lake, and that is where the Lady of the Lake came from. It is an apparition that people have seen. It's a lady in a blue dress, kind of wandering around everywhere. Some people say she pulls people under the water if they go swimming in there. Others, they just say she just wanders around. She does have a name. Ella?
Delia.
Delia.
Oh, I thought you were about to say DeGeneres. Sorry.
I said Ella, not Ellen.
I know, but she said Delia, and I was like, oh.
They did, in fact, find the car and her body.
No.
It
Close. No. No. They found the car in 1990 with Susan Parker.
Oh.
Owned the car. That was the other lady that was in the vehicle. Delia Mae Parker Young. They believe that they found her body floating a year later.
Yeah.
With no hands and no toes.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, the toes I get because usually fish nibble on the extremities, but the no hands.
Yeah, from the wrist.
It's that's kind of weird.
What's she doing? Listen to Waka Flocka?
What?
Waka Flocka? He got a song called No. Yeah, no, he has a song called No Hands. Girl, the way you move it got me in a trance. DJ, turn me up.
So I know.
I'm sorry, my bad.
I know Shiloh had said that the body was found in 59 was finally confirmed to be Delia. Although I will say this in the research that I did with that is there were no forensics because the body was badly decomposed with no hands, no toes. The reason why they said that it was her, that they confirmed it was her, because it was wearing the blue dress that people had said that they had seen her in earlier that night, but there was really no confirmation that it was her.
It's not like there was forensics or anything like that.
Right,
it was
in the 50s.
Didn't they do a movie about that? Or like, was there a movie called Lady of the Lake? I feel like there was.
There's been a couple movies done about Lake Lanier.
Okay, I just, when you said the Lady of the Lake, I was like, I could have sworn I remember hearing a movie title called that, but I don't know if it may not even been about the same freaking thing. I don't know. I can't remember because I never did watch it. Shadow said, right, identifying markers are too far removed. But yeah, that's crazy. So that happened. That was the first two that they're saying that really was like the major.
That was like the two major, like that.
Okay.
Because of the sightings and the hauntings, and that's kind of like when the mythos of the lake kind of really started, is because they kept seeing the woman in the blue dress, the Lady of the Lake. And it honestly, if anybody lives in this area and they know just a smidgen of the details of this lake, I would be like, noping the fuck out of there. I'll go find a pool somewhere. The poltergeist pool would be better than this fucking lake, okay? That's where I'm at with it.
I ain't trying to fish there. I ain't trying to do nothing. Oh, Flo in the house. What's up, Flo? Making it over. Yeah, this one is, I don't
it's just,
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one at all. Like I said, just a reminder for everybody what we're talking about here. We're talking about Lake Lanier. And I can't remember. Oh yeah, the actual title you might see like on YouTube or over on Kick and even Rumble. It's actually The Dark Secret of Lake Lanier. It's not really a secret.
No, it's a secret that everybody knows. They just don't listen to it.
Yeah. It's like, I don't. This one is just, and the crazy thing is like the total estimated deaths is over 700 fatalities since the lake was created in 1950.
Yeah, well, it depends on which
rough number.
Yeah, because there's not an exact number. I've looked everywhere, and I've seen anywhere from 500 to 950. So I think like that 700, 750 is like the average of what everybody claims.
The most frequent one was in was February, this past February.
Still?
Oh, they're still dying. Yeah, every year it claims about 10 people.
What the?
This is this is still ongoing.
America. America. I need you to hear me out for a second. America. Stop. Just stop. Like, seriously. I don't know why we have this idea that, oh, it's not going to happen to me. That's just foolishness. That's not going to happen to me. I'm still going to go do it. By golly gee willikers. I don't know why that I don't know why that just maybe I'm going back to the
You have
times.
got to stop with the voice. It's
I
getting
know.
weird. You're
It
making
is.
it weird.
Normally they're internal. Like I said, it's internal. It's internal. So I don't know what maybe I got a loose valve somewhere. Anyways,
Although one of the most famous victims was Usher's son.
Mhm.
what the?
Yep, Usher. It was. I can't remember. His son was, I think, 11 years old. Was out on an inner tube on the lake and got run over by a jet ski. Yep, and died on the lake.
Man, I hate hearing that.
Mhm.
Especially for a child. I remember my grandma. Well, I don't remember, but I remember hearing the stories of my grandmother when she lost her youngest second youngest son, in a pool accident. And that's just horrible. But like I said, I tell people all the time, man, be careful when you're doing this stuff on lakes and stuff, because not everybody is paying attention. It's just, man, it's crazy, man. Okay, oh, God. All right. What else? What else you got? What else you got?
So a lot of the deaths that occurred at Lake Lanier, it varies. Like boating accidents, people drinking and boating, and they fell in and they're too drunk to figure out which way's up. Because, like Miss D said, visibility is so bad. When you get just far enough down, you can't figure out which way's up. So you might be thinking you're going surface, but you're actually swimming deeper, and then you drown. Then accidents like Usher's son, and just all kinds of various things. Then, of course, you have suicides where they're jumping off the top of the dam. So it's a wide variety of deaths, right? It's not like the same thing is occurring over and over and over again.
Why would you want that to be why would you want that to be the way to go, though?
What,
Jump
suicide?
off the dam? No, jumping off the dam.
It's like jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge. It's the same concept. Jump off into the water.
I guess I just never understood the concept. Maybe it's because maybe it's my blackness coming out. I just never understood the concept of jumping into water. Like,
I mean,
you know,
if you jump from high enough, it's like you're
oh
landing
yeah,
in concrete.
no,
So
I
it's
get that. Trust
it
me,
works the same.
yeah, I get that. I still never understood the concept of it. I guess. I mean, it's I guess it's the same means to an end. If that's what you're going for. I just whatever. I never understood it. It's just, I guess it's just for me. It's just equating it just never made sense. You'd be better off just getting in the plane, jumping out of the plane. At least you join the scenery a little bit better. Anyways, go ahead. Miss D, stop laughing at me.
Oh, pretty.
Oh, look at
plenty
that
of people
cloud!
Like, oh, I told you I look like a dinosaur. It just, yeah. I mean, yeah, maybe right, Flo, less messy. Maybe it's less messy. I guess. I mean, maybe. I personally would just rather jump out of a plane. That way I can sit there and just kind of look at things and, wow, this is kind of
Yeah,
cool.
but that's a lot longer to think about what you did.
Oh, I would want to. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to do it. Anyways, go ahead. Continue.
Sweet baby Jesus. Now,
He has nothing to do with this.
Take the wheel because I'm about to crash the fucking bus.
Oh, dear God.
So
That's hilarious.
even though, okay, so you have this man-made lake built over a town with a very dark history, over their
Mhm.
cemetery with a very dark history that was built over sacred ground for the Cherokees. Nothing good is going to come out of this.
No, that's the poltergeist.
So there have been numerous sightings. I don't want to say sightings. There have been numerous reports of people saying that they felt hands on their legs when they're swimming in the lake trying to pull them under. Some say it's the Lady of the Lake. Some say it's, the Native Americans trying to take their land back. Some say it's from the original town that settled there. It's one of those hearsay kind of situations. Is your
See, okay,
brains?
you know what? That's the Blackie senses is kicking in. That's reason number 555 million reason why I'm not getting in a lake, rivers, ocean, none of that stuff. All right, I'm just not doing it. Because I swear to God, that's how I end up drowning. I can swim. That's what's crazy is I can swim. I know how to swim, but I won't do it. That'd be why I drown right there. That's how the Birdman would go out. I'm like, I'm just gonna take a nice little swim, and next time I feel someone, and I'm gone. Gone. They're gonna pull me down. Oh, baby Jesus, my heart just start. Oh, hold on. I felt a little liquid in my lungs. I thought drowning right there. Go ahead.
So a lot of, because there's always two sides to every story. So there's a lot of hoopla. I don't know what these people look like, but I'm betting that 90% of these people are white, probably 99% of them. But the ones that try to downplay it, because there's a death, there's an average of 10 deaths every year, roughly.
That's what's wild to me on that. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But there's one guy says Lanier has this reputation, but it's not well earned. We have a lot of uneducated boaters who come here, and that's why there's so many issues. And then somebody else said that all these other lakes, like Akani, the Alatona, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but that's the best I got. You've never heard of, or you've heard of them, but nobody knows how they were built. But Lake Lanier, oh, that's everybody's business. They're blaming it on the history of the town that came before.
Oh,
because this is not the
really?
first time a town has been bought to be flooded for whatever reason.
Right.
But Lake Lanier is most popular because of its sordid history. I bet every single one of these people is white.
That one I'll let you say that one.
I will say though, the recreation part of Lake Lanier now, the majority of it is actually Latina.
It's still not, as far as positive. What's the word I'm looking for? Not positive. They're not in the majority, so it's still going to get shat upon, basically.
Right. Well, I was watching the documentary. What was the name of it? Hold on. Surviving Lake Lanier, and with that one, it went through the history as well as we've done, with Oscarville and the Cherokee history behind it, and it also talked about the Lady of the Lake. And one of the things that that was discussed was it's still Forsyth County is still very big into the racial cleansing. Stephen Goulile was in 1994, 95, real estate mogul, if you will, and he was looking to build like vacation homes on Lake Lanier. He was a boating instructor, and it. I just realized I had a child walk behind me.
The lady of the lake. It's the lady of the lake.
Of course, she's dressed in like her gray blanket. That happens when I look down on while I'm talking. But
That's hilarious.
so Stephen was trying to bring people in, so he started like renting out houseboats for almost like Airbnbs, because
Mhm.
to have parties and stuff like that on the land, you'd always have people complaining about the noise, this, that, and the next. You're out in the middle of the lake, nobody's going to hear you. It's a great time. Well, I mean,
What?
of course
Wait a
you're going to
minute.
have more
Doesn't it?
mishaps.
But
You
that
know,
doesn't sound right. Why would that be part of your brochure? Hey, go out on the lake. You're out here. Nobody's going to be able to hear you. Like, what?
I mean, it was done innocently. It was like, and the first year they did like 30 houseboat tours or rental. Second year they did 50, but then T-Pain came out with that song, I'm on a boat, and
Oh,
it blew up the industry and
yeah.
went to 300 plus the following year, because everybody wanted to be out on a boat. It was the thing.
Dang it, T-Pain.
Right. And with that though, Stephen wound up getting sued, saying that there was one, they had pulled up to dock for a little bit, and there's not supposed to be any kind of commercial business going on the lake. And this lady came up with the sheriff and was pointing at Stephen and the clients that he had, and it was like, he's white. These people aren't his friends, they're clients. He's using it as, because he happened to be with a bunch of people of color. And
Oh.
and they kept pushing Stephen out, and he had like no understanding, like, I mean, his oldest child is mixed. So for him, like, there was no understanding of, well, what do you mean with the racial? I mean, this is in the mid 90s. Or no, all of this went on until like 2000s, 2010, somewhere around there. But yeah, he wound up, they kept shutting down his businesses and whatnot, because as he said it, if you do business with the right people, the white people, and you don't do business with the wrong people, the black people, you'll do just fine in this town.
Dang.
And he also said too, Lake Lanier has a habit of making national news anytime there's a major incident. The same thing could happen on Lake Altoona, which is not that far.
What
And
is
if you
wrong
want
with you?
he said, if you want a private drowning, go to Lake Altoona. I was like, that's messed up.
That is messed up. It is
Mhm.
very
Yeah.
messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. Sorry, the kiddo keeps breaking free from her confinement.
Tiny Tara just wants her dad.
Yeah. And she's been with me all day. Like, I don't get it. Like, she's been with me all day. Like, this is like the most we've actually not been around each other this whole day. Wow, that's crazy. Dang, that is just wow. Wow. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Recent fatalities since 1994. I'm sorry, I was looking at something in my notes. So more than 200 people, what they're saying, more than 200 people have died in drownings and boating instances since 1994. And you said, Death Flight, that 10 a year
on average. That's the
on average.
Yeah.
And what they're saying, like most of it's like boating accidents or suicides or stuff like that, right?
Suicides, boating accidents, and with the main contributing factor being alcohol.
Which, I mean, that could be said about just about anywhere.
Any lake, ocean.
Yeah. River.
So of course, well, and the government always has to step in when something starts getting bad press like that, because this is a massive tourist attraction.
Yeah.
So, in 2013, I think. I don't know. I don't think I wrote that down right. Anyway, the Georgia's governor, he signed the Kyle Glover boat education law, mandating Georgians that were born after January 1st, 1998, to complete a boating safety education course and carry a boating license before operating any motorized watercraft on state waters. However, the majority of the accidents and issues and the visitors to Lake Lanier come in from neighboring states, and they're only required to watch a 15-minute safety video.
Why would you have people outside? Well, no, I'm not going to ask that dumb.
Tourist attraction.
Yeah, tourist attraction. Yeah. That's stupid, but yeah, I get it. That's like I'm starting to feel like he's like the mayor in Jaws.
I mean, it's a right step, but it doesn't really help.
No, that's what I'm saying.
It's not like these are local residents that are all dying and causing the problems. It's tourists.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's like that. Those are the ones you need to be aiming at. What'd you say, Misty?
And one of the main reasons why he issued that was because Tamika Foster, which was Kyle Glover's mother.
Yeah.
She was up in arms. She wanted the lake drained and cleaned before, more accidents happened. But for them to drain it and clean it, I mean, that you're looking at a super fun project. The amount of money that would be entailed. So that was his compromise.
Yeah. But she even started a petition that they drain it so they could clean out the buildings and the trees and basically all the old stuff and get it out of there to make it safer.
That's not gonna happen ever.
No, that would cost so much money.
Yeah, you might forget that. Chalk that one up to the gang, fam. Gang.
So at the same time, they introduced another law that in honor of 13-year-old Griffin Prince and his 9-year-old brother, Jake. It was in honor of their deaths. That lowered the legal blood alcohol limit for watercraft operators from 0.10 to 0.08. So they put it on the same level as driving a car, basically under the influence.
Wow.
It's literally you're operating a major mechanical thing. You should not be drinking and being drunk and driving it, because
I don't know why that was ever an issue to begin with. Like, why was that a question? I mean, and to me, in most cases, I think it's worse boating and drinking. It is drinking and driving.
It's so much easier to get completely plastered on the water.
Yes, and that heat. Being out there in that water. Because I remember a couple times going boating, and we were out on a like a boating tour type thing. And this is when I was up in New York, and we were up touring Boat Castle, in that area up there. So we were up there touring that, and we were out there drinking. Of course, the skipper, he wasn't drinking anything because it was a guided tour, and we're out there drinking. I'm like, dang, I'm on like 2 or 3 drinks, maybe 4 drinks in, and it normally takes me a lot more than that. And I'm like, dang, I'm feeling a little nice out here right about now. And they're like, yo, bro, that's what happens when you're out here on this water. And I had never really been out on the water like that before. So that's just crazy to me that that it was even remotely a question as to them doing that. Because like I said, I just think it's intensified more being out there on the water and doing that. It just, I don't know, man. This stuff, you would think some of this stuff is common sense, but like I said, common sense is a rare commodity these days, and it seems like it's been a rare commodity for decades, if not centuries. But yeah,
So
that's
just to kind of give you an idea of tragedies there, this is in 2023. 3 men died in separate instances over a single weekend.
3 in one weekend.
Thomas Milner, 24, was electrocuted after jumping off the dock into the lake.
Wait,
this place is freaking cursed, okay? It's cursed.
Wait a minute, he was electrocuted?
He was electrocuted after jumping off the dock.
Did it say how? Please tell me it says how.
No, this is just an overview. I'm not going deep. I'm not going deep dive into 500 deaths, man. I'll be doing this for a year.
You could have just did that one.
A 61-year-old man was found dead after diving off the side of his boat. I couldn't read. I swear to God, it said driving off the side of his boat. And then the very same day as the 61-year-old man, a 27-year-old man vanished while swimming, and his body was discovered several days later.
I don't even care about the motor. I want to know how this dude was electrocuted.
Probably faulty wiring on like a light.
See, I made the comment about the mayor and Jaws, so now I'm wondering if it was like, was that Jaws 3 when the shark bit on the wire? I think it was Jaws 3.
And then the one of the deadliest days was December of 1964. A car carrying 11 people careened off the bridge.
A car carrying 11 people?
Well, car, bus, minivan, I don't know.
Clown car?
11 people died on Christmas Day. And then a few years, 6 years earlier, 5 children and 2 adults wrecked, and they were killed. That's why I'm telling you it's cursed.
Wait, I'm sorry, I was reading.
Oh, I can tell you get the look on your face like you're confused.
Well, I saw Shiloh's comment, and then I had to go back and look at the comment beforehand. Okay, so you jump on the friendly dock for private dock in Forsyth County. This incident is the textbook case of what is known as electric shock drowning. And he says that the neighbor had to swim back to shore to shut off the power box for the dock. So, I guess. I guess that's where I was looking confused. Like, okay, so I get the part, jumping off the private dock. So, what was something off the dock in the water? I'm assuming. Is what I'm assuming. Shiloh, I already know you're gonna do your thing, so I'm not worried about it. Wow, wow. Okay, we need to take another commercial break. Good God Almighty. Okay, yeah, we're gonna take another quick commercial break. When we get back, we're gonna hopefully make some sense of some of this stuff going on. I don't know if we will, but we're gonna try. We're gonna do our darndest to try to make that happen. So please just stick around. We'll be right back with more of the Birdman Show right after this. Hello, I'm Tim Simpson, owner and head coach of the Tri-State 66ers based out of Pittsburgh and Parsons, Kansas. The Tri-State 66ers aim to unite our community through high-energy, family-friendly sports entertainment. But we are not just a basketball team. We're a platform developing talent, fostering civic pride, and creating lifelong memories for fans of all ages while strengthening the region's love for the game of basketball. We're looking to partner with and promote local businesses to build a strong community connection. So if you are a local business and would like to join the 66ers Nation as a sponsor, contact us by email at tristate66ers.basketball@gmail.com or call us at 620-454-6587. Join us as we look to support local businesses and community organizations through partnerships and promotion. What is up, everybody? How you doing? It's your boy, the Birdman from the Birdman Show. I got Def Light with me somewhere. I've got Miss D with I got Miss D with me. This is the Birdman Show. You guys already know what to do, so why don't you go ahead and do it with us? That is right. We are back. I don't know. Back from the Twilight Zone is what I feel like, but we're back talking about this. This episode, talking about Lake Lanier, the dark secret of Lake Lanier. And this has just been a very, it's been an episode. I'm just going to say that. It's been an episode. Yeah. So ladies, how are we doing? Miss D, let's start with you. How are you doing so far?
So far, so good. Sorry, just refilling my
No, you're
drink.
good. You're good.
So far, so good. This particular topic hit me a little differently once I learned a lot of this history. Because I thought, like I said, the paranormal stuff is what got me to begin with, but the actual history and events that have happened on this lake, it's just mind-blowing to me.
Yeah, I agree. Def Light. Hello.
Yeah. I mean, and there is actually like a whole lot more like paranormal things that supposedly happen there, but that's not really my forte. There's been UFO sightings. Basically,
there you go.
There's a little sprinkle of everything that goes on that people have witnessed or say they've witnessed. But like the one quote I saw that I love it. He goes, a guy asked me one time if I believe in ghosts, and I said no, but I sure do believe in karma. And the reason why I say that is the land that Lanier has been stolen 3 times. Once from the Native Americans, from the black sharecroppers, and the white residents who eventually got run off by the government. I'm not going to say I believe in ghosts. I'm going to say I believe in bad juju, and there's enough of it here to go around.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's perfect.
I mean, it's just absolutely crazy. And one thing, and I know my logical side of my brain knows that this makes sense, but it still freaks me out. Lake Lanier is the 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 primary drinking water source for over 5 million people.
I'm sorry. What did you just say?
It's the primary drinking water source for over 5 million people in metro Atlanta and North Georgia. And I know there's water filtration and all this shit that they do, sciencey stuff, but that's still gross.
That explains a lot now.
Drinking human soup.
Yeah, it's human soup.
That explains a lot now. Okay.
Because even if there wasn't a whole bunch of deaths that occur there, like all of the time, there's still a fucking cemetery buried at the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
See, my son and his mom live in Georgia. I'll tell you right. I'm not even gonna buy a bottle of water there. I don't want no ice in my drinks. I'm
That-
gonna treat Georgia like going to Mexico. You don't drink the water there.
Yeah, out of all the things that I took away that creeped me out the most, it was that little fun fact that it is the primary drinking water source for over 5 million people. That's so gross.
That is a
My mother likes to watch when I'm watching documentaries. She likes to watch the documentaries with me, and that was one of the first things that she said, because we have a water reservoir, maybe 20 minutes away from us here in New Hampshire, and there is no swimming. There is no, you can't have certain types of boats and whatnot on the lake because it's a water reservoir. And yeah, they can clean like the oil and stuff out of the water, but human bacterias and whatnot, they cannot necessarily clean that out. And when they didn't remove and relocate over 20 cemeteries, full buildings. I mean, we have no idea, what septic lines would run through there, and vehicle. Ew.
I think could you imagine taking a shower and you start singing "It's Raining Men" and then you realize that it's actually raining men?
You ain't right. Oh, God.
You all right,
You know
Tim?
what? No, because you know how you be taking a shower. Sometimes you washing your face, and water gets dribbles on your lip and in your mouth and everything,
Mhm.
and then you make that comment. You're like,
It's raining men. Hallelujah.
just butt cheeks and just all stuff just dribbling off your face. Man, I brushed my teeth in the sink down there, man. Now every time I go to Georgia, I'm about to transport water from here. God, that's disgusting. Ugh.
Well, I mean, I guess the real question you need to ask yourself is, do you know where your local water source comes from?
No, I don't. I don't. But I am going to start researching it. And if I swear to God, I swear before Jesus, Kansas, y'all better pray that Birdman don't find some crazy stuff out like this, because there's gonna be some problems. There's gonna be some problems. I it's not. I love you, Carrie. I do. I do. I want to say that first. I love you. I do love you, and I use the government name. I love you. Okay, like a sister. All right. Right now, I hate you with a passion.
I saved that little tidbit for the very end too, man. I held it as long as I could. I had to. If I had to learn that, so do you.
That's so disgusting. That don't make no sense to me. And like, why would you? I don't care about the filtration system. I don't care. Hey, no, there's not one good enough that's gonna keep me from knowing and understanding that's part of that. That's just yeah. Okay. Anyways.
So Tim, I will put your mind at ease. Where you're at, your drinking water comes from 4 deep groundwater wells rather than a surface water reservoir.
4?
Mm-hmm.
That's it?
Yep. They tap into the Rubidoux Formation of the Ozark Plateau Aquifer.
I'm gonna have to research that place too. Right now, I don't trust
Supplying
nobody.
11 million gallons of water per day.
I mean, I don't drink tap water around here anyway, but I do take showers. So
Next time you get in the shower, it's Raining Men is going to start playing in your brain. Well, yeah, like Shiloh said, it's not just a lake you visit. It's a lake that is physically inside the people of Georgia.
I'm about to take another commercial. It's disgusting. Oh God. Okay, whatever. What else do you have to go along with this outside of the freaking drink of water?
The Raining Men was the last of mine.
Okay.
My information. I had to save that for the final punch.
Yeah, Shiloh. This is true. They definitely gives a new meaning to there's something in the water. There's a whole lot of something in the water. Jesus. Wow. You know what? And there's a couple times when I was in my hotel, George, and I felt like somebody was behind me, man. That brings a whole new meaning. Going down to Georgia is like getting a shower. Don't drop the soap down in your hotel room either.
Do you think that's why the devil went down to Georgia? Because there's so many souls to steal underneath Lake Lanier?
Yeah, he wanted to take a shower. Drink some water. Boil some eggs. I don't know. Anyways, Ms. D, do you have anything else you want to add to that? Not the water thing.
Well, I mean, that just had me going down a bit of a rabbit hole.
Oh God.
Yeah, because
Where are you at in your rabbit hole?
Well, no, I mean Lake Lanier supplies the water for municipal supply for the city of Beaufort, Cumming, Forsyth County, Gainesville, and Gwinnett County, on top of Metro Atlanta and surrounding North Georgia areas. So I mean that entire chunk of land is, that is the water reservoir that they're all drinking from. And there's next to no EPA regs on how they can use it.
No.
Yeah.
They probably forgot about it.
No, there's a lot of active government funding and other things to make sure that it's clean. But they blame it on algae.
Algae in my butt.
That's where it's coming from. For some places down there, it's coming from algae from somebody's butt.
Mm-hmm.
God.
They're blaming it on algae.
Algae and like natural runoffs of like, I don't, government speak. They say one thing and they mean something completely different. But yeah,
natural runoff does not include human soup.
Mm-mm. And you got to think that's been stewing for what, 75 years, 65 years since it's been filled.
It was filled in 1956. So,
Ms. D
yeah,
keeps saying
70
Ms. D
years.
keeps saying human soup. I keep thinking of Campbell's.
70 years of human soup.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying I don't even think I want to eat Campbell's anymore. Because you keep saying human soup, babe.
That's all I can think of. It's human soup. It's I don't want soup anymore.
I just bought like 4 cans of soup too.
You'll see it. You'll be all right.
I literally want to cry right now. Just crawl up I would say I crawl up in the corner and sit in the corner of the shower and let the water run off me and just cry in the shower, but I can't do that anymore now.
I mean, you can.
Yeah,
You
take
just
all my
don't
coat. Man.
know. You don't know.
Well, Ms. D said, "Yeah, I'm okay over where I'm at, but I don't know now. I don't know. I'm really just I don't know. I don't know about anything anymore. This show to go along with the freaking conspiracy files that we do is just completely rocked my train of thought and what I thought I knew about anything.
Now, listen, every time I pick a topic that I find fun, weird, and entertaining, I'm going to throw at least one thing at you that is going to ruin your night.
Yeah, well, you did it.
Mhm.
Mission freaking accomplished. Ethan Hawke.
Look, I'm just telling the facts.
Whatever.
I didn't create it. I'm just repeating it.
Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I wonder if you just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. I don't care to know anything anymore. Freaking done with this. Done. Oh my freaking God. Okay, I don't what's really messed up is like my little research is like it didn't cover any of that stuff. Like I threw out my stuff that I had and like one thing I'll say is like skeptics, however, argue that the high death toll was due to the lake's massive size, over 38,000 acres. Its popularity with millions of visitors each year, which we discussed, and treacherous underwater obstacles like old foundations, treetops, and car parts, which all have been mentioned, were never cleared away before flooding. Yeah, that's where my research goes to. It goes to that stuff. No, we don't. I'm talking about the fact that we got people soup in there, and that it's like being the water source.
That's because you have different mental illnesses than I do. I've got the
This is
sprinkle
true.
of the tism with the ADHD.
Yeah.
So I gotta go a little bit further into the research mode than you.
Yeah, I mean that's
Tim never understands the assignment. I'm pretty sure
Oh.
he Googles it like 10 minutes before we start, and he's like, "Oh, okay, that'll do it. That'll do it. Okay."
No, I didn't actually. I had that for like I did the research. I actually did the research for that Monday, and that's where I just kind of stopped with it because I mean I've had I've had back-to-back appointments. I had appointments yesterday. I had 2 appointments at the VA today, which took up. We didn't get back to the house until almost 3:00. So it took up a majority of my day today. So when I got back, I didn't do anything else. I was planned on trying to do some more, but I was like, I'm good enough. I got good enough stuff here.
D
That's
and Carrie's
stupid.
gonna be in there. They'll handle it. They got
No,
the
I
heavy
was
lifting on this
no,
one.
I was seriously like, what I've got, yeah, that's gonna be fine. I can throw mine out there. You know what I'm saying? I know this is one of Death Flight's main ones, so she's gonna be hitting most of it. I can throw mine out there. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be good. No, I didn't know that about freaking Campbell soup going to be up in there. I don't know anything about what's going to go on up in there.
So just to sprinkle in a little more disturbed nuggets for you, there's at least 27 bodies that have not been successfully recovered from different accidents throughout the years.
Mhm.
Oh, they probably chilling at the bottom.
Not just, the cemeteries. We're just talking like bodies nearly,
It's fresh seasoning for the soup.
Well, it depends.
I'm just gonna be over here stirring the pot a little bit more.
It depends on who was the ones of the bodies that didn't recover.
I'm pretty sure he just turned a little bit green with that one.
Yeah, no, it's just. But I will say this: it does explain a lot. I've met quite a few people from that area over my time, and that does actually now explain a lot. Explains a lot. I don't have to ask them to do any explaining because that does now explain a lot.
So does that mean that the government is turning all of these counties and places into cannibals?
Could be. I mean, that's one way of looking at it.
in like an indirect kind of way.
My question is this though. I mean, I understand. I guess where their way around is because they say they got the filtration systems and everything. But that those are in place. Oh, there's nothing you have to worry about it. But I mean, I'm still surprised there's not been like a class action lawsuit.
Well, any like any water reservoir, no matter where it is, there's always testing done, and they have things that are deemed acceptable limits.
So that's what gets
And
me,
it's
right?
always tested within acceptable limits to make it okay to drink, okay to shower with, okay to cook with.
My question is so you guys are okay, your acceptable limits. How many of those people who are doing the testing, how many people who put that stuff out there actually drink the water though?
Probably none. I mean,
Exactly.
well, the only thing that I can think of is that isn't there like a major CDC headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia?
Yes.
I mean, maybe they got some control over it.
Maybe they're doing some experiments with it. I'm just saying, maybe they're doing some experiments. I don't know. I mean, who knows? Didn't they defund the CDC?
No.
For the most part. No, they just pulled them out of the which was dumb. They pulled them out of the crap, what was it?
The World Health Organization.
Yeah. That's what it was. So yeah, that just still makes no sense to me, but whatever. Wow. Awesome. You guys have anything else you want to add to that?
The one thing that's getting me is the fact that, when we were talking about the Lady of the Lake and Delia Mae Parker Young, when they found her, I'm using air quotes on this one, when they found her a year later, the likelihood, even though they said that she was, in heavy decomp, I mean, after a year, you would think that it would be more aquamation and the body be skeletized and not have like any of those kinds of like features. So it's just time-wise, that doesn't seem right to me, but
The only thing I can think of is like if she was in the car and it was sealed.
Yeah, but they found her floating.
No, I know it was sealed up until some event happened where her body managed to break loose, and that's why she was only partially nibbled on.
I mean, sometimes
what we call sacrifices.
Sacrifice.
Sometimes you gotta get a little nibble. Wow, wow. I don't know. I mean,
Tim's like, I don't know, and I don't care anymore. I'm thoroughly grossed out. I want to go to bed.
Because I mean, the average temperature for Lake Lanier, because it's only 160 feet deep. It's only one spot that it's deeper, and that's over by the dam itself. But at 160 feet deep, I mean, the average temperature going through like the shallows and whatnot is about 70 degrees. So decomp would happen a lot faster. There's not like any preservation temperature at that point.
Maybe it was just a simple fact that maybe she wasn't in the car. Maybe she was abducted.
I mean, they did stop at the gas station after they left the dance that they were at. They stopped at the gas station and didn't even pay for their gas. They like hauled off out of the gas station.
Just dipped out. You know what I'm saying? So maybe this is a mystery. Maybe we need to call Scooby-Doo in the gang. I'm just saying. I don't know. Especially since she was missing her hands. And even the toes. But I mean, like we said, the toes could have been simply the fishies nibbling.
And they do have scavenger fish in the lake. I mean, everything from bass to striper to catfish. I mean, catfish will eat anything.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. Those are definitely facts. Yeah, that's crazy to me. I don't know. Do you have any other thoughts on that there, Deathlight, or
I believe I have traumatized you enough for the evening.
yeah? Well, that I mean, when it comes to being traumatized, I mean, yeah, this stuff is gross, but yeah, I mean, it's gonna take a lot more than that to traumatize me. I do have a lot. I mean, like I said, I'm playing it in my head. There's a lot of questions that I've had over the years that have now been answered when it comes to that general area and the people down there. So I'm actually okay. I'm actually okay now. But yeah, that's just wild to me. But yeah, you have anything else you want to add to that?
Who?
Deathlight.
I already said no.
Okay. All right. Well, you're saying, well, I think I traumatized you enough, but then after I said
I mean,
that,
I'm sure I can
could've-
find some more fucked up shit, but I think that's enough for the evening.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's whatever.
It's raining men. Hallelujah.
I mean, I never liked that song to begin with anyway, so all right, good. Another reason why not to play it. Misty, you have anything else you wanna add?
Nope, other than I will not be eating soup for quite some time now.
Yeah, I know I said that, but I'll probably eat soup tomorrow for lunch. Yeah, I have a very short
Singing
memory
It's
anyway.
Raining Men.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have a very short memory, anyways. But yeah, what was that? Oh, but yeah, thank you guys so very much for joining us. Like I said, thank you for joining us over on Rumble. If you're ever on Rumble, if you're not, oh wow, I didn't know that could. Oh wow, I didn't know that. But yeah, if you want to join us on Rumble, if you're on one of our other platforms, right now you can go to the Birdman Show podcast, and I think or the Birdman Show. Also, one's a profile page, the other one's the actual podcast page. I can't remember which one's which half the time. So definitely check us out on there. Also, like I said, we're on Kick, which is one of our newer platforms. It's our newest platform now, and that's at Birdman Show. Of course, you can have to check us out on YouTube. God, I forgot to make that one, but it's TBS 216 over on YouTube. Check us out over on there. Definitely, and we appreciate you. Like I said, I'm gonna start uploading because I can upload long form videos to my ex account that we have on there. So I'm gonna start doing that again because we actually had a pretty good little following over there. So I'm gonna start doing that again, and that's at Birdman Podcast. Yeah, this was fun. This was definitely fun. It was definitely an episode. What actually, let me go ahead and do this. Then I'll go to closing thoughts. Don't forget to join us tomorrow for the Birdman Show recap. We'll be recapping Monday night's episode, which we did on cartoon conspiracies. And then, of course, we'll be recapping tonight's episode, The Dark Secret of Lake Lanier. That'll be tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Time, right back here for that again. And then we'll be back, of course, Monday. We'll be back for Conspiracy Files. And that one, God bless it, I forgot to pull that. Which one is that one again?
North American mythologies.
Right. That's right, North American mythologies. That's going to be pretty fun. So we'll do a little deeper dive. We've touched on a few like skinwalkers. We talked. Actually, we never did talk about Bigfoot. I don't think we talked about Bigfoot. I know we talked about skinwalkers. So we've touched on that a little bit. We're gonna do a little deeper dive on those. So I'm definitely looking forward to that as well. And then we'll be back next Wednesday, which that is boy. God bless America. I have all this crap over here. I just forgot to pull it up. Next Wednesday will be a You Be the Judge episode. Oh boy. Yeah, right. That's just another.
You gave me way too much power this season.
Yeah, I did.
Mhm.
I'm definitely starting to regret that.
This will be my first time actually in the studio for You Be the Judge. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yay!
It's going to be pretty cool. I'm not thinking about it. I'm going to. So the following week, we are supposed to be doing the episode Battle of the Sexes. We have not gotten I've not gotten that panel completely established yet. So I'm moving that one to the very last episode. So that's going to be episode 20, and I'm going to move the Let's Talk About episode to episode 17 to give me a little bit more time to put that panel together. And I don't know if I might end up having to just scrap that whole thing and do it next season. Is what we might end up having to do. So what I'll do is we're gonna go ahead, like I said, we're gonna move the Let's Talk About It from episode 20 to episode 17. Move episode 17 to 20, and then that'll give me a little extra time to either put the panel together or at the very least decide I'm just gonna scrap it and move it to season 8. So we'll just need to do that. I had a lot of things hit me at once. And so I have not been able to put that together properly. And I'm not just going to throw something together and put it on here. It's just not how I'm going to do that. So, like I said, we'll revisit that. Like I said, I'm leaning more towards just putting that in season 8 anyways. So we'll figure it out and we'll kind of move from there. But I just want to put that out there now. So we can make those changes later and all that good stuff. I do not have anything else. Ms. D, you have any closing thoughts for the good people before we get up out of here?
Pay attention to your water source.
Do your own research.
Yeah, that's another big one. Like I said, people, we talk about a lot of stuff on here. And we do the research and everything like that, but it's always good to do your own research because as you've seen in many episodes we've done, where we sit up there and Deathlight does her research, I'll do my research, and then before we've had Ace, and now we got Miss D, we've done our research, and depending on what source we use, our information is different. There's a lot of times it lines up, but there's a lot of times it's different as well. So always do your own research because there's multiple places to go out and find that stuff. So don't follow don't follow us down on rabbit holes because you definitely not gonna like where you come out. But don't be part of the sheep. Okay, don't be part of that herd. Find stuff out for yourself, right? Like I said, hey, I thank you guys so very much for joining us for this episode. Like I said, thank you guys for joining us over on Rumble. Thank you for joining us over on Kick, as well as YouTube. We really, really appreciate you guys. We thank you guys so very much for the love and support. We appreciate you guys very much. So for Miss D, for Deathlight, for Ace in his absent, over on Conspiracy Files, for Bambi, as well as Mace Valor. Thank you guys so very much for joining us. And we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night for the Birdman show recap. So you already know what to do as we get up out of here. So go ahead and do it with us. Birdman show out. That's right. Doses.